Growing up with a sister like Emma felt like living in a play where I was merely a supporting character. She was the star, golden hair cascading down her shoulders, striking blue eyes, and a smile that could make the world pause. And me? I was Lily, the quiet younger sister with unruly brown curls and hazel eyes that no one ever seemed to notice. Since childhood, I had grown used to being overlooked. When we went grocery shopping, strangers would stop my mother just to say, "Your daughter is beautiful. She looks like a little angel." They didn't look at me, and if they did, they would add something like, "And this one is cute too." Cute. A word that felt more like a consolation prize than a real compliment. At school, Emma stood out like a star. She made friends effortlessly, got picked as class president, and played the princess in the spring play. Meanwhile, I was the girl who preferred to sit alone with a book, sketching quietly in the corner of the classroom. I wasn't unhappy, at least I didn't think I had a reason to be. I was just used to not being in the spotlight, but as I got older, that feeling started to change. Birthday parties where Emma was the center of attention. Family gatherings where everyone gushed over her beauty. Walks in the park where strangers' eyes landed on her, while I simply faded into the background. I loved my sister, but I hated the way I felt invisible next to her. I still remember one Christmas when I was around 10 years old. Our family had gathered at my grandparents' house, and as we exchanged gifts, I noticed how everyone's attention was on Emma. "Emma, you're getting more beautiful every year," my aunt gushed. "You should be in movies." I sat there, clutching the art set I had just received, waiting for someone to acknowledge me. Finally, my uncle glanced my way. "Lily, you're looking nice today," he said with a polite smile. And just like that, the conversation shifted back to Emma. I had been dismissed, as if my presence barely mattered. I loved my sister, but I couldn't shake the growing sense of resentment. And then I met Mark. Mark was the light in my life. He didn't just see me, he truly saw me. He loved the way I got lost in my art, the way I spoke passionately about books, and even the way I clumsily tried to explain my thoughts. With him, I wasn't just Emma's sister. I was Lily. I was me. We met in college during a creative writing class. He was a literature major, a deep thinker, someone who saw beauty in words and emotions rather than just appearances. Our connection was instant, built on long conversations about poetry, late-night coffee runs, and shared dreams of a meaningful future. For the first time in my life, I felt chosen. Mark made me feel special in ways I never had before. He never compared me to Emma. In fact, he barely mentioned her, which was a relief, until one night. Mark invited me to a small gathering with his close friends. We sat by the lake, talking, laughing. It was perfect. Until someone asked, "Lily, do you have any siblings?" I smiled. "Yeah, an older sister. She's a model and actress." That always sparked interest. But the person who hurt me the most with their reaction was Mark. He chuckled, slightly buzzed from his beer, and said, "If you guys think Lily is pretty, you should see her sister. Emma is unbelievably gorgeous." My heart stopped. And then Mark did something worse. He pulled out his phone and started showing them pictures of Emma, the gasps, the admiration. "Wow, she's stunning. She looks like a supermodel. No way you two are sisters." I tried to smile. I tried to act like it didn't matter. But inside, I was breaking. The worst part? Mark didn't even notice. The entire night he continued laughing and chatting, completely unaware of how humiliated I felt. I left the gathering quietly, sitting by the lake, staring at my reflection in the water. Tears welled in my eyes. It wasn't just Mark's words. It was a lifetime of being compared. When the night ended and we went back to our room, I finally confronted him. "Mark, do you even realize what you did tonight?" I asked, my voice trembling. He blinked at me in confusion. "What do you mean?" I swallowed the lump in my throat. You told everyone how much prettier my sister is. You showed them pictures of her. Do you have any idea how that made me feel? Realization dawned on his face. Lily, I didn't mean it like that. I was just, I don't know, showing off. Showing off her or me? Silence. That was my answer. Mark apologized. He said he didn't mean to hurt me, but something inside me had already cracked. I realized, at that moment, that I had spent my entire life waiting for someone to choose me, to see my worth beyond comparison. But if I stayed with Mark, I would never escape Emma's shadow. So I made a decision. I walked away. Not because I didn't love him, but because I loved myself more. Months later, I stood in an art gallery, my art gallery. My paintings hung on the walls, vivid and full of life, each one telling a story I had once been too afraid to share. The room buzzed with excitement as people admired my work, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't just Emma's sister. I wasn't cute. I wasn't the quiet girl in the background. I was Lily, and I was finally seen. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.